Alright, welcome to the tryhard stream. Oh boy, is it going to be tryharding today. Right, let me check the bots are running. Yeah, so we are up to and including hunting the black tracks now. Oh, let's delete those. I'll just keep clicking on them otherwise. So yeah, let's take a look at the world records. Let's see how this track was supposed to be driven, huh? Not how I drove it. While I restart the YouTube bot. All right, so we have... Oh. That is a huge gap. Let's see what happened there. So we have AR Mudder in second place. So close to that right wall. Is gonna bug slide. My ghost is long gone. Oh, there's a release. I did think about releasing. Reasonably tight, but... Oh, that wasn't straight at all. Nice and low, nice and tight. Does take the early line there. Does do what I do there. Able to hold the gears. Lovely bit of counter steer. Oh, goes the opposite way to me. I can't really follow that then. Started a drift before the checkpoint. That's interesting. We have Shadow Crancer. Where is point 3 coming from? Well behind at the moment, so doesn't release. Seem to sort of even out, I guess. Shadow Crunch with the small ice correction there. I think got a better exit there. Still way behind. Where is the trick? Where is he gonna catch up and gain point 3? Okay, goes for my line here. Oh no, it's far more central. Oh, they're gonna bang the wall at the back. Yeah. Wow. I'm not kidding, that didn't gain him point 3, he was behind. That gained him half a second. That's pretty insane. Well, we're not doing that. Honestly, I am very happy my lines were kind of spot on there. I'm surprised. Cool. Cool. All right, let's get after it then, shall we? Gonna take me a little bit to warm up. I'm not I'm not going to be surprised if we don't get a PB on any of these, on any of the black tracks, you know. Will not be a surprise. We can try the bug slides now. Of course, we are no longer safing for the AT. It's not our practice line though, so we probably shouldn't. And we'll slide out. I'd be very happy if we do PB, of course, but absolutely not going to be surprised if we don't, so... No pressure. Well, that was a bit poop. I'm not surprised to see that I can do that section badly and have plus speed on my Ghost because of how it messed up. Pretty poor line there, but good exit. Didn't get across. Well, it looks like we can still drive the track. Mostly. Okay, that should be better. Ooh, too far now. I was just trying a release there. Obviously, don't do that. Whatever. I hit the wall, so nothing good is going to come of this one. this lineup doesn't matter at all now. Whatever. Time on the boards for 141. Sweet. Ah, this is just for fun. Very nice. Oh, I chose to mess it up. After all. I think we're most likely to get PBs on the French map. Not this one. This one is just too like tricky to drive for me to get a PB in 1.5 hours, but we will give it its fair time. Unfortunate. Yeah, even more unfortunate. Hi, Mevista. Oh yeah, I got 80 about 3 weeks ago. Today is hunting day on 21. Tomorrow we might do 22. I'm not sure. The 80 is long gone. I can beat my 80 time, but it's gonna be tricky on this one. That jump across there is really annoying on keyboard. You can't put in a tiny correction. It's 100%, of course. Just gotta time it perfectly like that. And even then, yeah, way more likely to get a PB on the French map, I think. But we will give it a try here. Oops. At least it feels a lot more fun now that I'm not chasing the auto time. But yeah. Yeah, could see that one going. Just too much on the over this patch of snow there. Good pocket. Oops. Big jump. I don't know how I missed any of those borders there, but obviously we're not getting a PB here. Sort of some miracle turnaround, which I know I can't. Yeah, I released just to see if I could speed it up back out, but no. Don't do those things. What? Anyway, that's a session PB. 15 seconds from PB. Sweet. First one of those today. Hope we don't get any of them on the American map. And we get the 80. That's a nice line. Well, it was. Ah, I needed just a millimeter more. Let me see what's possible with this. Very slow exit. Great line there though. Big release. Yeah, very slow now. Oh, really? How am I missing this today? I mean, yeah, I'm a bit out of practice. Everybody say hello to the bot of the day. What is happening? I mean, I guess I've just forgotten where my aim is. Cool. That would have been a 110. Yeah. Really don't have any good aim today. It seems. Yeah. Slightly bad. Oh, we're gonna get that. What? What is happening? $109, that would have been. Can you imagine I actually get a PB? That'd be freaking insane. Classic. High time. Yep, today is the 1.5 hour hunt map. Hunt day, which we give to every map, even the hard ones. We may not improve, but we will give it its chance. Give it its fair chance. Bit low there because of the glide on the uphill. Whoops. Can't get much closer than that. Why am I so slow here? Weird. I cannot get this turn today. Weird. Very weird. Way better line up there. No drift. Well, whatever. So, this is probably why I was so slow last time, right? Because I clipped the road border. What? One 11. Hi, Eric. Back on China. Yeah, we are doing the 1.5 hour hunt today for China. It's really nice and easy to drive now and not facing the auto time. No pressure. I mean, probably won't get a PB, but we'll try. Couldn't do much on that, had to take it real slow. Massive jump out there. No need to drift that one. And real slow again here. I think that's why I'm not judging this turnaround, because I don't have the pace. Although this isn't far off. Still not getting it. Ah, that's the tram line things I use. It's that one. Yeah, whatever I'm doing today, I'm not judging that, am I? That would have been a 1:10.8. Whatever I do, I'm just so far behind my ghost. Doesn't matter. Be nice to PB, but don't care really. There are so many places where we can gain on my ghost, but there are so many places we can lose on my ghost as well. I mean, that's a shame, because the exit here was fantastic. But... yeah, so many places you can win or lose on this one. Win or lose time. Really? Such a shame to get the perfect jump and then fail the banking. The perfect jump anyway on this map is luck, of course, but we did get it that run. Average there though. If we can just do a bit better. I know we can. I think this could have PB'd. Yeah, by a long way. Oh well, 108.6. Getting closer. Don't really understand how I was behind my ghost. I was ahead at every checkpoint there. Don't really understand how that wasn't PB on the splits there. Hey Resiny. Maybe we should try the bounce. I mean, it's worth half a second, right? As we saw from the world record. Okay. Whoops. What is happening? I lost frames. Not happy when that happens. I finally got a response from my ISP about all those troubles that we had from 2 weeks ago. I got a response last night. Hey there, we've checked your router, everything's fine. Yeah. Never was a problem with the router. Please read the message I sent. Dumbass. After 2 weeks, we can't detect the problem. Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. In the internet. You know, where things change by the nanosecond. Your response was to look at it 2 weeks later. Guess what? You didn't find anything. They ended the email by saying, "Is it still a problem?" I think I'm going to reply in 2 weeks and say maybe. That's it. We can all be unhelpful when we want to. Hold on there. I see you on YouTube. I'm just concentrating a little. You know, not the easiest of maps. I missed it. Alright, well, session PB. Mario Knoss, or Mario Noss. I guess it's silent. Welcome to the channel on YouTube. I hope you're doing alright. Are you a Trackmania player? Or you just like watching? Oh, you didn't get a response from Twitch? time about your account. That sucks. Pretty good start, don't you think? Ooh, big release. Just made it. Lost it all now though, of course. Ooh. Good chance there of a PB. Alright, session PB down to 110. 2 seconds away. Yeah, I know, it's going to be an automated message. Ah! No. What a shame. I can easily see myself getting a PB, but whether I do or not, well, who knows? Yeah, I mean, I wrote to Twitch with a problem when I was setting up my how I want to be paid. Or no, it was just registering my address for tax purposes with them, right? And I filled in the fields. Then they took what I filled in, right, as my address, as Austrian and German addresses are often written with building number / stairway / apartment, right? I filled it all in perfectly. Then they took that data, put it into some other fields in the form, and then you press save. And it says, no, you can't have these characters in this field. I didn't put them in this field. You did. Not me. So I wrote to them about it. And they just replied with things like, yeah, fill in your address correctly. I did. That is my address. Yeah, well, you can't have those characters in this field. I didn't put them in this field. You did. And, yeah. I've got around it by filling in my whole address in some other field. And just ignored what they wanted to do. Hi, Solid Trees. You're trying to trigger. Doesn't work. I just hope the tax office is fine when it comes to taking a payment from Twitch. With it, I don't care. It's not my problem. If the tax office have a problem, then they can take it up with Twitch. I don't give a. I did my part. If something else in the chain fails, someone else sorts it out, not me. I do not have the time to chase other people's incompetences. I've done that too much in my life. It is not worth it. More release needed there, sadly. So again, not PB. I haven't got this right yet once. Today. Well, not both of them together anyway. Oh, and of course I do it on the run that isn't a possible PB. Genius. Right, so we're now 1 second behind PB. American tax. You filled out taxes with wrong work address because. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't know about Austrian taxes. Whoops. That'll slide. Yeah, I mean, PB is so definitely possible. Like, I can easily see a second. There are so many places where I can beat my ghost. And we have done quite a few times, but unfortunately there are so many places we can also lose it to the ghost on this track. Which it seems I have been doing more of. That's a nice line. That's a nice line. That's too sharp. Ooh. That was so borderline. That's a great exit. Compared to my ghost, anyway. No drift, damn it. That hurts. And a release. Well, that's a shame. We put ourselves in a good position, but didn't work out this time. Whee! Slower here to this run, but the start is really irrelevant. From here, I have so much more speed because my ghost made the... Oop. All about who makes the least errors now. That's awful. And no drift again. The world record is a 104.8 by Shadowcrancer. Alrighty, Solid Trees, thanks for joining. But it's not the speed of the world record that's amazing. I'll get to the end and show you what's amazing about the world record. You can actually rewind the stream to the start where I show the world records. Let me show you what's amazing about the world record from the end. How did that keep the gear? Right, so for the world record is 0.2 behind. I'll show you. Still here. Oh, come on. Yeah. The world record is 0.2 behind. Still here. Still behind here. Still behind here. And then they beat second place by half a second. By 0.3. They gain half a second in that very last turnaround. That's incredible. How? So what they do is, so second place just does what everyone does and turns around on the boosters and heads back out. But the world record slams into this perfectly and gets mega boosted out. You can watch. Just rewind to the start of the current live stream. I show it on the stream. You'll see it in action compared with second place. But for the whole lap, he's 0.2 behind. I want to see if I can do it. I don't have the speed to cross the booster. Is it hard to do? Yes, extremely hard to do. Just rewind to the start of the video. You'll see it. Where we review the world records before playing the map. I mean, it's Mudder in second place. If it was easy, you'd think he'd be doing it. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, you're not really risking your run if you're 0.2 seconds behind on the last corner, right? It's kind of mandatory to go for broke at that point. Isn't it? So, look, I can easily drive this track, right? Now that we're not chasing the auto time, but, and we've seen that I can beat my PB at all points in the map. Just, whether I can do it in 30 minutes or not now is the question. I suspect we won't get a PB, but that's fine. On these black maps, I don't expect to be honest. Actually, on the French map, whenever we hunt that one, there's a better chance. Yeah, that was dumb. No need for that there. That ain't gonna work. Nope. Bug slide. I don't know the setup for it. So, it would just be a waste. Waste of time, I'm afraid. Also, the start is unimportant. In the whole scheme of things, you know. Bit slow. I'm always clipping that one wheel in there. Like that, the good start will give me a 0.3, but I can get it with a better landing anyway. I can easily beat my ghost out of the start with the line that I am doing, so... Not this one. But it really doesn't matter. We can try the book slide though. Why not? I just don't remember the setup. It's like that, but not quite. I was doing it like in the first week of the campaign. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be wasting laps. Can't afford to waste laps. Big release already. Noob, that ain't gonna win. Ah, I messed it up. That would have got me out there almost half a second ahead of my ghost. I messed it up that time. It's so hard to hit this jump. Everything's blind on this jump. The weekly shorts maps were good, yeah, apart from the last one. It's just awful. I didn't get a single PB on it. Yesterday. I just hated everything about playing that map. I mean, it's supposed to be fun, isn't it? Close, but too far behind again. Oh! And not at all in the good direction. would have been a 108.8. And map 3. It depends on map 3 though. If you want a good time, you sometimes have to do a weirdly technical, perfect one trick, right? And if you don't get that, you don't get a run. You don't get a good run. Map 3 and map 5, that's mostly true. This week map 3 wasn't as bad as some of the really hard ones, really technical trick ones, but it's still a luck based thing this week. Just missed it at the last point. A little too hard for you. I think map 1 was my favourite. Alt cars are never really going to be good for the new players, who often don't know that there is other cars than the stadium car. But thankfully I like the desert car. Really tricky map though. Oh, that was basically perfect. That back wheel just doesn't clip there. We have a half a second lead on my Ghost from the start. That's a really good line. So is that. Well, messed up a tiny bit, I guess. Just lifted the front wheel over the camber. I think I could have beaten my Ghost here. 1088, I disagree, but that one was your favourite. The desert one going over the little bump. Yeah, that was map 3. The puzzle map. The bump. That identity is a tough one indeed. And it's been like 3 weeks since we've done it properly, so I'm not surprised I'm not getting it perfect. I wasn't going to go to the practice map for a PB hunting session, you know. We'll just have to be there 2 seconds faster than my ghost. Then we can afford a mistake. This is very fast. If I can nail this. No drift. The Dizzy Ninja, am I going for a tough one? Sorry, I didn't see that that wasn't Time who typed that last message. The Dizzy Ninja, welcome to the channel. We are not going for the champion medal. No. Every season after I've got the AT on a track, we spend 1.5 hours just hunting it for a little bit. Give each map its fair little hunt, post AT, and then we'll never see it again. So we have all ATs up to map 22. We have hunted all the tracks up to this one for 1.5 hours. So there's just a little bit to go in the season for me. I will get some PBs offline so that I can post YouTube Shorts videos, but we won't be doing much more in the season apart from trying to get the auto times on 23, 4 and 5, and then that'll be it. You stop grinding after you get gold on the black maps. Yeah, that's understandable. Unfortunately though, for at least the next season, competition maps will be black maps again. I understand why Nadeo did it this way, like it's just to engage people with the esports. They think if you've played the map, then you will be more invested in watching the esports, right? Seeing how the pros do. But I don't think it makes good financial sense for them to include competition maps in the season tracks. The reason is that they have tied the season price into the price of the game, right? And nobody is playing these maps, so basically you're losing 20% of the value of paying for club access if you use it just to play the season, right? So I don't think it makes good sense for them to keep doing this. Nobody knows when the new season is coming. It is a mystery. Anyway, 15 more minutes here on our little revisit PB hunt on map 21. Sadly no PBs to show, but we were close. There we go, there's the good line. We've got another few minutes, but I don't know. Not looking promising. I'm 1 second away right now. There have been many laps where I've been way ahead of my ghost, but it is difficult to get a clean run. No, last season delay was for a different reason, but I don't think they'll be doing that again. I mean, usually it's every 3 months, right? But they just delayed that last release because of the esports stuff going on around, the new format of everything. I think though they did say that this one may be delayed a tiny bit, just to like even out the gaps over time between the seasons. You know, so that we're not getting 1 month less on this one, right? Which is what it would be if they released it on the 1st of April. Which is what they would normally do. I hope they don't, because I need to get the auto time on 23, 4 and 5. This is not a PB. Sort of some miracle turnarounds here, but I don't think that's happening. Best run yet though today. 1091. You can only play 10, yeah. Less than a second from actual PB that was. Thing is, there is 250,000 other maps that you could play. just have to download them from TMX. Yeah. Do you have no way of accessing the files on your PlayStation? Because if you do, you can just download them from a computer and copy them into where they go for downloaded maps. You think it won't work on console? You can't. So you can't look at any files on the hard drive on your PlayStation. Is that right? I don't know. I've never had a modern console, so... So you can't transfer any files on or off your console. Because if you could, then I'm sure you could play them. Or even... Can you, like, when you go in to play a local map on the console, can you not change it to select a network drive somewhere that you could put the maps? Is another alternative? No? I just don't know how it works on console. It's not a function Sony built in. Right, but the game just simply allows you to load files, right, the maps, from anywhere, doesn't it? Maybe? It certainly does on the PC, but I don't know on PlayStation or... We'll have a look in 8 minutes. I'll show you what I mean. Not if the PS5 OS won't allow for it. But how do you play maps that you create? Because you simply go in and select those from the file system, right? To edit or to play. Play locally, right? How does that work if you... I am unable to distinguish how one would work and one would not. Right now. Oh. A little bit too over angled. Right, we've got 5 minutes each left on this one. And then we'll get back to attempting the auto time on 23, which we are just 0.38 away, I think. Now. If you, by the way, the Dizzy Ninja, in case you are struggling with any of these maps, on my YouTube channel, I post for every map that I have the auto medal for anyway. So everything up to 22, I post a auto medal with commentary video with a detailed explanation of what I'm doing in the lap. Everything that I can think that I am doing in the lap, I explain it. I don't know, maybe it will help, maybe it won't. If you did want to go for the auto times. It took me about 23 hours to get this one, because I have another 3 hours on the practice map that I made, which was just the end section. Yeah, shame not to get a PB here. It was obviously possible. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to learn the map in time, but it clearly did. Relearn the map, I should say. There's the good line again. We messed up slightly there. Hi Zobicus. Nowhere near as good as we have been up here. Would need a miracle turnaround to make this a PB. Back to 21. Yeah, well, we give each track 1.5 hours. What do you do if you got the AT for every map and got 1 hour and 30 minutes on every map? We do other fun stuffs. Like we played a bunch of other people's different campaigns last season. We do some random map together. We've done silly things like attempting deep dip and so on. Deep dip, deep flip. One minute left. Sadly no PB here, although it was 100% possible to get a PB. Just really tricky to get that super clean lap. Good start. Bad adjustment. End of. Deep dip 1 or 2, yeah, well both. And deep flip. So far we have never tried deep slip. Right, looks like this is the last hope on this lap. Not a great start, but this is where we are going to pin our hopes today. Well, our hopes fall apart right there, I feel. Don't think I can pull this one back. Give it the good old college try, of course. Yeah, my ghost is just too far ahead anyway. Right, so when you go to play a map locally, play a track, my tracks, my local tracks. I don't know if you can do that on the PlayStation, but can't you just like choose one? Choose a folder? You can also, like when you're editing a map, you can pick where you play from, right? So if you were somehow able to get the not downloaded maps or autosaves, yeah, but if you can somehow just copy the file you download into there, into the maps you make. So I guess there's no way to access the file system on the PlayStation then, is that what you're saying? Because if you could just copy files into the place where you create maps. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? 23, we want 23. Dang it. Right, auto medal time, right? Let's go get. Can you access the file system on a PS5. It does seem difficult. Right, come on, get your head in the game. Let's get this one. Hi, Justin. That was a lot sideways. That is not the way. I'm still hunting this map, yes. We're not missing much, but it is eluding us right now. No drift. Oh well, let's have a warm-up round here, shall we? Actually, it's kind of difficult without the appropriate speed, isn't it? .349 I am missing. We've seen the splits for it so many times, so it's so annoying not to have it. That's a bit high. Ooh. A bit early for the steering there. What am I doing? Not good lines. Gonna have to slam it into the bobsleigh wall. have any hope. I am going way high today. Oh. Tried no sliding, didn't work. Forget it. Bad tactic. Oh. Bit better. I'll take it. Just drifting in, just turning in slightly too early there. Been doing it for the last 10 laps. Much better quarter pipe entry. I have no idea. This respawn nonsense, I can't be doing with it. That was obviously not the line that I had going into that corner. Land. Uh-huh. Ah. Oh, we've not had any real attempts yet today. It's a bit annoying. Wonder where everyone is today. They seem to have a real lack of people in the stream today. Bit weird. All the sideways. That was pretty terrible, but somehow we survived. Can't recover. That stupid checkpoint in the middle. Just in the most awful of places. I know why it's there. Otherwise you would shortcut the map. This is not going to plan today. reasonable effort here though. Much better line. Not so good here. Smoother exit there though. Way too much airtime, however. Oh. Man, I really want to get that drift at the end there on my on an author run. That would be great, because that, I think, is what's going to get it for me. If it's coming down to a close run. Thought we were falling off the edge there. Very nice landing. Also nice. And then we got a clip. Which killed it. Oh, really? Ah, so long for the landing. It was such a good jump. Turned in way too quickly. nice start. It continues. There we go. Much better. Saving the turnaround for a little bit later. Okay, that's a good line. And that's a big bang. Nothing you can do there now. That's probably the best lap I've ever driven. Very much not in comparison to this one. Good start. Pretty good. I'll take it. Uh-huh. Also clip. Let's see what we can do with it though. Oh well. Clipped again. I like it. That's a mad landing. Not a great line round there though. That's just awful lines through there, but somehow we're ahead. That would have been a 1064. Been nice to see that, wouldn't it? Oh dear. Misty Hot Chick, welcome to the channel and the stream. That's a name. How are you? Misty and hot. Oof. I'm very good. Although we appear to be very low on viewers today, I'm not sure what's happening in the world. For that to be true. Maybe jobs. But this is my normal stream time, so I would expect 10 more people at least. Whatever. No biggie. Hi Murphy. On the YouTubes. How you doing? Back at this map. Well, until we get the AT, this is where we live. Bonk. That's terrible. I appear to have rescued it, however. Oh. Only to throw myself at the next obstacle. No drift. Taking all the penalty. Are you a Trackmania player, Misty Hot Chick? If not, why not? Ah, no, we need 24 and 25 as well. which is where I would really like to be. We've seen the splits for auto time so many times on this one. I just haven't got it. I wanted to move on a week ago. That's high. Do you have all the auto times, Murphy? Oh my, that's a bit high. Okay. Don't forget, there's always my auto medal with commentary videos on YouTube. Maybe there's something you missed. I mean, they're too hard for me, but I keep throwing myself at them and eventually we'll get them. You know? Whee! What? Not sure what I was doing there. Reasonable start. That's fine too. Yeah, couldn't get the car turned before we left the ground there, sadly. That was poop. Rescue. All sorts of releasing going on there. Not ideal. There's a lot. Oh, 1, 2 forwards there. Yeah, there is a lot to gain at the end from that section onwards. So you never know. I am originally from the UK, yeah. I moved to Vienna about 19 years ago. Pish, posh, posh. You have a very Irish name. Originally I came here because I was offered a job. With IBM. Oh, Ryan. Okay. Helena 1V. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back, I should say. How are you today? That's a nice line. Really screwed up the exit though. Oh, good. Murphy, you're out in Canada right now shopping. Must be nice. You must live on the border or somewhere close then. I'm doing good, except can't get this author medal time. Bit annoying. Because I really feel like we should have had it some time ago. That's disappointing. I really thought I got that angle very nice. Wasn't meant to be, apparently. Yeah, I will get this. I just don't know when. It is an awkward track to drive. Not as awkward as 21, but I just thought we'd have it sorted quicker than this. Land. Oof. Really didn't. Nearly shot off the edge. No drift. Seems unfair. Nowhere near as good a start as we're used to here. And we're not going to land that. Oops. Accidental camera change that didn't kill my run for once. Nope. No, no, no. 1065. Ah, come on. So close. Right, we've got half an hour left today. I hope we can get it before then. I also hope we really have half an hour left before the sun goes. That's really the condition. For half an hour remaining, I think we'll be fine. It's a little darker today than it has been though. That was a nice tight line. And somehow we've lost it all again. Okay, got it back a bit here. Good angle. And that's a wall. I thought it was a really good angle. It was close. Bit high. Well, actually, wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Didn't get any of the banking, so we're slow and we crashed. I like that. And that. Not that. So much. That's better. That was a terrible turnout though. Welcome back, Eric. Do you know Helena? No good use of the banking again, so expect to be slower here. That was not good. Very wide. And we're just too far behind. And we're in the drink. That's good. What can we do? Well, we can mess it up entirely. Excellent. That was a really good attempt. Really good chance, sorry. That's very wide. Not much to do except throw it into the wall of the bobsleigh there. That might be a bit low. As is that. And that was wide again. I can't string it together. It's a nightmare, really. I know we've got the pace. Just slightly too far left. Really good run again. Just putting it all together is tough. Unfortunate. Ooh, nearly made it work. quickly. Now because it's back. Tried to pinch too much off the wall, off the banking again. Why don't I just get the AT and then we're good? Should have got it so long ago. Hour shift. Yeah. I wish I only had 12 hours of work to do per day. Lost quite a bit there. Unfortunately, we got so tight. Rescued it there a bit though. Now, why couldn't I have done that on the past lap? It's so tough just to get everything to work on one lap. On any given lap. You thought that was it? Yeah, well, I was kind of hoping. It certainly was well within the, well on pace. This is better. Still fine. And that's so slow, but we're at the same pace as we were last lap. When am I gonna get it all to work in the same lap, huh? Same again. Yeah, slightly off landing there. It's clear that I've got the pace, had the pace for a long time. Just haven't got it to the finish. Don't know where that's going. Daniel Ferreira BV1MD. Right. Virtual is looking different today. Yeah. This dating a hot Swedish woman is real stressful. It'll do that to you. Ooh, I doubted I was going to make that. We've watched 100 hours of Trackmania content from him, yeah. I also used to watch Virtual's videos. That's what got me into the game as well. I thought, before I found Virtual, I'd never heard of this game, right? And then I started watching him and I was like, getting all the medals and that on a track. That's what I used to do when I was a lot younger, playing GT3 on my PS2. I always just used to play the time trials. I'm good at it. And then you try it in Trackmania and you realize there's a lot more skill than it looks like. People like Virtual and Scrappy and Grenadi and all of those, they make the game look so easy. Play it yourself, trust me. It's a whole different game. Unless you're a natural of course, or somehow just very fast at learning this kind of thing. Which you could be. Of course. Full-time gamer. Well, full-time content creator, let's say. Games are the subject, yes, of that content. Bonk. In the afternoon, it's Trackmania. But in the evening, we play all sorts of games. Weak bobsleigh entries at the moment. That's a good line, but I had to slow it down there because I got far too inside on the whoops. So sadly this isn't going to be the one either. Ooh. Before content creation, I was a software developer for 25 years, and moving on from that, product owner, scrum positions. I've done loads of stuff. Travelled all over. All sorts of stuff around software creation, basically. But eventually I have just become too annoyed with managers constantly making bad decisions surrounding me, my teams, products, that I decided I'm out. I have enough savings for a few more years to see if this works out or not, because it might not. That corner. Developing something of my own. I am developing things of my own, yeah. I always, once you're a programmer, you will always be a programming. Stuff on the side. Will it be a business? No, but it is going to be quite profitable, I think. Very difficult to explain. Well, it's not difficult to explain. But hold that thought, because this is a good run, way ahead of pace. And that's the end of that. So for the past 5 years, I have been manually working on a strategy for betting on Betfair's exchange. And it was, when I had the time to do it, it was making 2.5% per week. When I had the time to do it. That's like one Saturday every 5 months. No, not arbitrage. But that is a very good way of making money on the exchange. I mean, it's an exchange. You can use any standard exchange trading strategy. As long as you understand your markets. Anyways, I manually had the time to do it once every 5 months or so, and it was making 2.5% per week. I am therefore now automating that, because 2.5% per week compounding is a lot. And so far, my automation is proving that it works, which looks good. I'm in the final stages of coding it. I need to unlock the actual trading key from Betfair, which is a one-off payment of £300, but that cost is irrelevant. And yeah, I need to rent a computer in the UK, a server in the UK to run it on. And then I will get it going. It should allow me to keep gaming full time, yeah. More than that. I mean, just work it out in your head, or just work it out on a website that can tell you about compounding interest. 2.5%. 2.5% compounding per week, with a starting capital of, let's say, 400, will be bringing in 1.5 million per year after 9 years. So that'd be nice. It's a little fake to talk about those numbers, however, though, because Betfair has a maximum bet size of 10,000. So once you start getting to those numbers, if you get to those numbers, you're effectively capped. But you won't care if you get to those numbers, right? A week is definitely crazy. Well, let me tell you something crazier. That was when I was manually trading it. So far, with the automation running 24 hours a day and collecting statistics for me, it's closer to 10% per day. Small sample size over the last 3 months or so, but okay, what have we got here? Come on, let's have a close run, shall we? If not, the run. Yes. 80. Yes, yes, yes. It's done. It is done. Finally, everything worked together. Well, that is great. And what we would do tomorrow, because it's pointless starting a new map today. Oh my God. I've got 3 minutes of the stream left. What we'll do tomorrow is we will move on to 24, where we need to relearn the track. Thank you, guys. That's great support. We obviously need to relearn the track for 24, although I'm quite clued up on it because we played the Elite Cup last week. However, 24, I do not know how to do the water parts. So we have these two tracks here, Jet Ski 1 and Jet Ski 2, which are my practice maps for the two water parts of this. So we will need to spend a lot of time in here, and then we will have a real chance at improving on the real track. But for now, let's take a look at the lovely little campaign. Woohoo! So today we hunted. Let me put the schedule in the stream first of all, while I remember. And yeah, today we hunted map 21, trying to improve our time for the PB hunt of the day. We did not improve our time, sadly. I mean, I felt like I could beat my current time by a second, no joke. And then we went on to finally get the author time on 23. It is done. Look forward to a author medal with commentary video. I can probably get it done for tomorrow morning. Let's see. All right. So yeah, join me same time every day, 3 o'clock European at the latest, for more try-harding at Trackmania, and join me at 8 o'clock European for the playthrough stream, where tonight it's the turn of Claire Obscure. We are free roaming the continent now we have defeated the Paintress. Yeah, hope to see you in either stream. Thanks a lot for joining. Until then, bye-bye.